How? Really? Really? This guy won? I want a pet so badly you have no idea. Hey, what's up YouTube, and welcome back to another episode of Build Battles. It's actually been a little bit while since I've played, so we might be a little bit rusty. Let's get this thing cracking. We're in our lobby, let's do this, guys. Who do we have here? Anybody interesting? Nobody that... What are you doing in that corner? Everybody does that. Everybody floods to the corner. What have we got to do? Theme television. I've actually done this before, I think. I think that I've participated in one of these battles before, and something that I've learned about the television is I think I'm going to do this. I think I'm going to have a red TV, and I think it's going to be a more old-fashioned TV. And you know what? I think I'm actually going to build it on a table. I'm going to build an old-fashioned TV on a table. I might even make the table look a little bit fancy. You guys know those like portable TVs. Now these are really old. We're talking like the big square, like, I don't know, big giant like lunchbox shaped TVs. That's what we're going to be going for. That's the sort of TV that I'm making. We're going to give it an aerial. We're going to give it like dials and knobs and stuff on the front. That's what we're aiming for. It might even be a little bit bigger than what I'm making now. I actually think that the TV is going to roughly be as big as I'm making now, and we might have to make the table a little bit bigger. I'm not entirely sure, but we're just building up the frame right now. Probably about 1, 2, 3... the screen will probably be about... No, 1 block higher than that. We're not aiming for symmetry or anything like that, guys. We're just going to have like a box TV. We might have to make the table a little bit bigger. We might also have to make it a little bit fancier, this table of ours. And like I said, we're just going to aim for a box. We're not going to put anything on the screen. I don't think we're going to put anything on the screen of the TV. I think we're just going to have it cyan stained clay, because I mean that seems like a good screen color. And we're going to have the cyan stained clay sat 1 block backwards, just because I think that that'll add a little something. We're also going to have to fill in the sides of the TV. We're going to use red wool, and hopefully I can actually make something that looks pretty good. We're going to have to... Do we need to make the sides of the TV bigger as well, or can I use... Okay, so the reason that I'm thinking about making the sides of the TV ever so slightly wider is so that I can include buttons and stuff, but I think we're going to focus on the top of the TV, on the aerial, and for the aerial we're going to use... I'm sorry if you just heard my nose there, guys. If you just heard me blow my nose a little bit, I'm sorry. I've got a little bit of a cold. I can't help it. It's been a real mess recently. It's been not good. That's actually why I've not recorded a build battles in a little while. But I think we're going to use a mix of... Yeah, okay. Well, I actually got rid of the secondary material. We're going to use dark grey wool on top here, and we're going to have kind of like... Yeah, this is what we're going for. We're going to have like an antenna coming out this way, and we're going to have like an antenna coming out this way. That's what we're going for. It's looking a little alien-y at the moment, but you know, those are the breaks. What else can we have here? So, do we want it to be a little bit bigger, or do we want the table to be fancier? No, let's put a carpet down. I think I want to use dark green as a carpet. I'm trying to think of inspiration. I'm trying to think of what else to do. So, we now have a carpet. We've got the aerials done. What else? We've got to make the TV look a little bit better. So, we can put buttons here and here. But I was hoping for something a little bit more than that. I was hoping for like some switches and some dials and stuff. So maybe we'll just do an armchair. Maybe we'll just build an armchair. Maybe that's the TV done and we'll focus on an armchair. I'm running out of time rapidly here, I realise. So let's, in front of the TV, we need it to be central. We need it to be quite central. That is that central? I don't know. The TV, I kind of wish that the sofa or the chair, I'm making an armchair, yeah, definitely an armchair. I wish that was actually red. I don't know why I want everything to be red this episode, got no idea, but that's what we're after. So, this is kind of like the armchair that I'm making. It doesn't look very much like a chair though, if I'm going to be honest with you. It doesn't look like a chair at all, does it? It does not. Why doesn't this look like a chair? Is there anything that we can do? Is it because it's not wide enough? Is that why? Is that why it's not wide enough? Maybe we have to add an additional color here Maybe that's what we have to do. This doesn't look like a chair at all. I don't know what I'm doing here, guys, but you know what? We're just going to have to roll with it. We're going to have to roll with it. So that's going to be our chair. That's our TV. I wish I did a remote. A remote would actually be quite good if we could place a remote on the floor very quickly. I don't know if we've got enough time for this. We just want another layer of... there. And I wish it had some buttons on it. I mean, that's... I wish that I would have been able to construct a... Oh my god, look at this thing! I'm tempted to give you a good just for creativity. You get a good just because it's a little bit creative. I kinda like that. That's pretty okay. That's not too bad. That's pretty okay. I mean, it's a TV. It's a TV after all. There's nothing wrong with that. We have a remote. I wish I would have done that. You get an okay as well. As long as I know what it is, it gets an okay. That's my scoring system. If I know what it is, if I recognize it, it gets an okay. If it goes a little beyond that, it gets a good. If it impresses me, it gets an epic. And if it blows my mind, it gets a legendary. So, well, that's another thing that I don't know what this is. What does it say? Television. Okay, well, you get a poop because you just didn't follow the theme. You didn't follow the theme. You get an okay because, I mean, that's a TV. I see that he also went for the table. I wish that I made my table a little bit bigger than the TV, to be honest with you. Also... I don't think I've ever seen that picture. I don't think I've ever... That's kind of... Ooh, hey. You get a, You get an epic, just because I think that's actually quite good. I think that's quite nice looking. This guy went for a sort of similar idea for me, except I think he used kind of ugly colours. I think if he used nicer colours, he'd go a little bit further there. But we kind of went with similar ideas here. I wish that I would have made a better chair and a better remote. I wish I would have had time for that. But I think my TV looks pretty good. This is... Is this unfinished? I mean, it's still there. It's still there even though it is unfinished. It's pretty good though. It's not too bad. This is unfinished, but we can see how it was going to end. We can see that it was going to look very much like a TV. What do we have here? You use some particle effects, but honestly, I think that they kind of ruin it. If the particle effects were used right, I think that you could have got yourself a good. And here we have a really, really creepy looking guy. What is that? I'm going to give you an okay, but I don't even know what that last one was. I'm giving it a poop just because I'm not sure what's going on here. How? Really? Really? This guy won? Really? Okay. Alright. Well, I mean, yeah, yeah, what WTF? My thoughts entirely. Maybe you should play another one. One day I will acquire a trampoline. I think that the last one was a little bit rigged, if I had to say so. A little bit rigged. We're in another lobby. There's 16 of us. Let's see if we can get ourselves a theme satellite. A satellite? A satellite? I don't even... A satellite? Okay, so here's my idea. Okay, I do have an idea. For a satellite, satellites are those big things in space which kind of like orbit the Earth. They do those sorts of things. So here's my idea. We're going to do a satellite, and it's kind of going to be floating mid-air. I don't know what this satellite's going to look like, to be honest with you. I guess it's gonna look like a big satellite dish. It's got to be a dish shape, right? I don't know what satellites actually look like, to tell you guys the truth. It's going to be a big dish. The reason that it's black everywhere is because it's space. It's space. We're building random things at the moment. We're in the hopes that I will actually be able to, maybe a little bit of fire. Maybe a little bit of fire for a... No, because that doesn't make any sense. The satellite, it wouldn't have like a... I don't think... Do satellites have like a propulsion system? Do they have a propulsion system? Do they have like rockets and stuff attached to them? Or do they just kind of like follow gravity and the Earth's pull and stuff, and do they just kind of like go around the Earth? Questions, eh? Questions. I've got no clue. This is a bad template to follow here. We shouldn't be following this one. We should, there, and then, yeah, it can be uneven. So, we're making a dish shape. We're making a dish shape. We've got to do that. Maybe we can have some, like, light beams coming out of the satellite shape, but we're aiming for some sort of cone-looking thing, and we need to end up with a circular shape. So this is going to be the outer circle, and this is... I'm trying to describe what I want to make, but I can't really put it into words. We're going to end up with a big dish-looking thing. We're going to see if we can use some particle effects. And we've already made something that is a little bit bigger than what I was looking for, actually. We're looking for a slightly smaller dish-looking shape. So here, and then we have 3 here. Yeah, that's what we're going to go for. We're going to add some stars and stuff on top of the black wall, and we're going to I don't know. We're gonna have to focus on scenery quite a bit here, guys, because I don't know how to do a satellite. I'm very interested in what everybody else's satellite is going to look like. Why is this not going well? Why is this just not going well at all? I feel as though I've messed up the shape. And then 2 there, and then 3 here. Okay, there we go. So now we have the circular part. This doesn't really line up anymore, so we kind of just built this at random. We can probably place that back. We really need the satellite dish to have layers to it, otherwise it doesn't really make too much sense. So we now need like a cyan layer coming inwards, and we need layers and layers and layers. That's kind of what we're after, but we don't have much time left, so this might be a big giant fail. I actually know what I want to build now, but I just don't think that we have enough time to do it. We spent too much time faffing around, and I don't think we're going to have enough time. We also need to have one of those like sticky out things for the satellite dish, don't we? We need one of those sticky out things. Okay, so maybe we've got enough time to add 1 extra layer of light grey wool to the center part of this thing. We then need to fill it in. We have to add like an antenna coming out the center of this thing, which we'll be able to add. We'll have enough time to add it, and then something on the back of this might also be good, like some sort of rocket looking thing. And then we've got to very quickly place some glowstone going all the way around, and if I manage to do all of those things, I might be in a fighting chance of not getting last, but time is not on our side at the moment, unfortunately, and I'm just very interested to see if anybody else managed to like nail this theme, because I know that I really haven't. So we're going for this. This is kind of like the satellite dish. We're going to put like this coming out of the back of it. This is kind of just nonsense, really. This is just nonsense. That's not really anything. We're going to see if we can very quickly find the glowstone. We're going to see if we can dot this around here, 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 here. We managed to place some glowstone. Those are stars. That is some sort of... We're going to give that a poop. I don't even want to look at that again as not to burn my eyes. I don't want to take a look at that. That's a pretty... I guess that's a satellite, right? That's not bad. We'll give it a good. Well, or an okay. We'll give it an okay, because it doesn't... I'm giving it a poop because I don't quite understand what I'm looking at. That's kind of like... I don't know. That's the best I could do. I wish I could do better. I wouldn't give this any higher than a poop. That's definitely a satellite dish. That doesn't look too bad. That doesn't look too bad at all. I mean, I guess a satellite. This is... Is this a satellite? You get an okay. I don't know what I'm looking at. This is... You get an okay. Satellite really is a hard subject. Satellite's a hard subject to do, guys. It's undoubtedly difficult. This is... I guess you get an okay as well. You get an okay as well. There's... What can I say? I mean... Hey, he did the Earth. You get a good. You get a good, that's not too bad. I wish I would have done the earth. If I had time, I would have done an earth on the floor as well, but I didn't have time. This guy's kind of went with a similar idea to me, except he's done it in quartz. You get an okay. That's, you know, can't really complain about that. I win, but not by much, and honestly, guys, pretty bad. Pretty bad subject. Not good at all. Not good at all. That's 2 episodes where people have made, shall we say, distasteful builds. And that, guys, is going to conclude this episode of Build Battles. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed watching this. If you have, give it the old thumbs up. I'd really appreciate it. We had a pretty decent subject followed by a really hard one, and on both of them we had how do we describe this? Kind of like distasteful builds. I'm running into a lot of these, followed by a naked man who has just entered the lobby. This is probably a good place to cut off this video. If you've enjoyed it, please give it a like, give it a favorite, give it a share, comment down below. Let me know where you would have placed me in those 2 builds. I don't know whether I had the best satellite, but I definitely think I had the best TV. I think it was rigged, guys. Check out the card system if you want to find some more build battles. I have an entire playlist, 10+ episodes now. If you guys are really into it, check that out. Thank you very much for watching, guys, and I'll leave you with this. How? Really? Really? This guy won?